Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Consumer Quick Win, the podcast that helps you make smarter choices with your money and your time. I'm your host, Marcus, and today we're tackling a big one: moving. The hidden costs of moving. You know the feeling. You've packed up your life into 100 cardboard boxes, you're exhausted, and all you want is for the moving truck to show up, load everything, and get on its way. You signed a contract, you got a quote, and you think you've got everything squared away. But then the movers arrive, or maybe even worse, when they're about to unload at your new place, they hit you with a surprise. An extra fee, a surcharge. Wait, what is that? Charge? Suddenly, the price you thought was set in stone is skyrocketing, and you're left feeling completely blindsided. It's a frustrating scenario that happens all too often. Hidden charges can turn an already stressful day into a financial nightmare. But it doesn't have to be this way. With a little bit of foresight, you can spot these sneaky fees and protect yourself. The insight. One simple way to avoid hidden charges. So, what's the single best thing you can do to avoid these unexpected costs? It all comes down to getting a binding estimate. Now, you might be thinking, what's the difference between a quote and a binding estimate? Don't they mean the same thing? And that's exactly what some less than reputable moving companies want you to believe. A non-binding estimate is just that, an estimate. It's a guess, a loose projection of what your move might cost. The final price can be higher or lower depending on a bunch of factors, and movers are legally allowed to charge you up to 10% more than the initial estimate. That means if you were quoted $2,000, you could end up paying $2,200. And sometimes they can charge even more than that, especially if the fine print of your contract allows it. They might tack on extra fees for things you never even considered, like long-distance carries, stairs, or even just for disassembling a piece of furniture. It's a perfect setup for surprise charges. A binding estimate, on the other hand, is a guarantee. It's a fixed price based on a thorough survey of the items you're moving. The company is legally bound to this price. The only way the cost can change is if you add or remove items from your inventory. So, if you and the moving company agree on a final price of $2,500, that's the maximum amount you will pay. Period. Think of it like this. A non-binding estimate is a handshake deal, while a binding estimate is a locked-in contract. When you get a binding estimate, you know exactly what you're paying from the start, which gives you peace of mind and prevents any last-minute surprises. It puts the power back in your hands. So, how do you get one? Simple. When you're talking to potential movers, don't just ask for a quote. Be specific. Tell them you need a binding estimate and ask them to send a representative to your home to conduct a detailed in-person or virtual survey. They need to see exactly what they're moving to give you an accurate, locked-in price. If a company hesitates or tries to give you a quote over the phone or email without doing a survey, that's a major red flag. Move on to the next one. The takeaway. Lock in your price. The next time you're planning a move, don't settle for a flimsy quote. Demand a binding estimate to ensure the price you agree on is the price you pay. It's the single most effective way to protect yourself from hidden fees. So here's your simple action step for today. Before you sign any contract, get it in writing that the quote you're being given is a binding estimate. And if a company won't provide one, walk away. Your financial safety is worth it. For more consumer smart tips and trusted businesses, visit webgov.com.